Like quack quack.
That feels like a hate crime.
Damn it! I'm sorry, I didn't mean
refer
to.
Our own fan. All right.
Okay, sorry.
Are we ready to get spooky with it? Yeah, the crackle. That's so funny. Okay. Last time that we were here in Deep Lake, New Mexico, the four of you had just made your way through, one, the head of the HOA, and two, a kind of strange landscaper, into a house that has been deserted for over a decade. You made it in. There was some spooky things happening with Santi having hallucinations of talking to Casey's estranged girlfriend. We had both Penny and Casey see the ghost of a little boy, the bowl cut, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle green shirt still on, who disappeared after kind of approaching Casey. The four of you gathered in the living room of the house before deciding that you were going to stay here tonight to watch your first ever TV Odyssey tape. There are three questions available to the team right now. Question one is what happened to TV Odyssey? Always a question for this game. The second question is what happened to the Rappaports, the family that used to live in this house? And finally, the third question is how can we lure Elliot to us? We'll pick up at the night phase, but does anybody remember the three clues that you have so far?
Mirror. Broken mirror.
Broken mirror in a strange place.
I left my notebook over there. Shit.
The other two clues were the fact that the master bedroom, which should have been for the parents, the Rappaport parents, was clearly situated only for one person. And the third clue was a string of numbers written in the bathroom, 3555, which, coincidentally enough, was the same string of numbers that unlocked the padlock that gave the key to the first Odyssey tape at the house on that you're renting.
Lovers, broken mirror, master bedroom,
Rappaports. And you don't have to write that down. We have it in the Excel spreadsheet that we're using.
Spreadsheet.
Mm-hmm. That said, we'll open tonight's session with a key that was turned and owed to the group. Does anybody remember who accidentally killed Casey and Santi? Anybody? Does anybody remember?
Who could it have been?
Who would be that silly goofy?
Oh, just a little murder. That's
just
Santi.
A little casual murder.
As night falls and surrounds the house on Escondido Street like heavy, hot wool in the middle of this small town, in the middle of the desert, you begin to prepare to watch your first Odyssey tape. Something, arguably, you shouldn't be watching, in a house you definitely shouldn't be in. As chills begin to invade your body, thinking something is very wrong, as you begin to slide the tape into this VHS player, whose time is set at midnight, somehow powered despite the whole house otherwise being dark. Santi, what is the key that you turned?
I turned a flashback to the moment when you realized your parents were imperfect.
As the TV begins to fuzz to life, black and white, and then once again that opaque blue, you think of that memory. What happened, Santi?
I see. Well, at first, the memory goes to me in my bedroom, and I hear my parents arguing about something which felt pretty normal by that age. However, I got very curious about like what they were fighting about, and I go out there and basically I hear my parents arguing about how the money that Santi has been earning through his child acting gigs was originally supposed to help pay for his mom's like medical bills, but listening in, he finds out that his dad has actually been siphoning some of that money. And I think that's when Santi realized that like the reason he got into acting was to help his mom, but realized that he's just been used as like a pawn.
Ouch.
Damn.
The VHS tape starts to whir. And you see that familiar blue screen with the white lettering TV Odyssey in the top right corner, staring blankly at the four of you as you sit in the living room of the house on Escondido Street. Lights come on, and you are immediately transported into this fuzzy living room. Sand-colored wallpaper, sand-colored couch, a dying palm frond in the background, and a man in this tan, sand-colored cardigan, khakis, staring intently into the camera with this smile, bone to bone, almost stapled onto his face, straight through the lens, straight through the TV screen, and at each one of you. A title sequence appears at the bottom as he stares unblinkingly into the dark of the living room. And that title sequence is Daily Affirmations with David Tilbert. It opens with a shot of David sat on a couch in his living room. A soundtrack featuring soothing camera can be heard in the background. Now, TV Odyssey tapes are a lot of things, but one thing that they are a way for each of us to have a turn generating the content of this tape. So there are 4 prompts here, and I'm going to go one by one and offer one prompt to each of you, and one by one we will get through this tape together. There is a special rule here, which is if you watch the tape at the house on Escondido Street, you 4 can collectively define a clue from or somehow related to the contents of this tape. So keep that in mind as we go through this process. How is everybody sitting, first of all, and how's everybody feeling?
I am probably situated more towards the back of the room with how paranoid I am right now. I want to have eyes on everyone in the room and everything else going on.
I'm kind of next to Santi on the wall as well. Just out of kind of a fear of seeing that little boy again and also just being weirded out by this place.
I'm in front of the 2, but like staggered, not blocking their view. And I'm sort of shifting my weight between one leg and the other. And occasionally like biting on a fingernail or like fidgeting with things in my pocket. Just sort of, yeah. Also nervous to see this little boy or to have an experience similar to that again, but also like antsy and wanting to understand.
I am probably sitting just with everyone else, just trying to kind of get behind people because I don't want to see what's on the screen, but I want to see what's on the screen. But I'm doing like a little like because I'm feeling really unsettled and scared.
Oh. I'm literally just picturing everybody like going behind one another, like
It's
not
like,
trying to
no,
be the
no,
first
you.
one.
I mean, seeing everyone else like get posted back, I think Santi or I take a step forward, uh, seeing how paranoid everyone else is getting about this.
Santi is empowered not only by bravery, though that is present, but the much more overwhelming fear, or the much more overwhelming feeling, is the despair and disassociation that Santi is feeling from remembering the whole arc of his childhood being dedicated to something that he wasn't aware of. Let's paint the scene here together. Casey, David Tilbert, this man who is now beginning to speak into the camera with a power posture and a gentle, almost Timu Mr. Rogers vibe, is trying to convey a sense of financial success and easygoing positivity to his audience. How does his appearance reflect this?
I envision him wearing just like this not overly fancy watch on his wrists. And he's talking with his hands a lot because that's what people that are talking about financial things do. So just constantly flashing this watch. And he's got the salt and pepperish kind of hair, but he's not like he's old, but he's not old. Like he's been through some shit old. Like he's got khakis on old. That's how I picture it.
David Silbert is waving his hands around, and every now and again, he'll make sort of a weird jerking movement, almost as if looking for opportunities to show this watch that he's purchased to secure this image of being financially successful. And he goes on, starts giving people some templates for affirmations to bring financial success to their lives. Penny, the theme of today's episode, however, begins to move away from financial success and into body positivity. What is David's message to his audience?
My God. David is now inviting people to not only do those same affirmations in the mirror or like as they're going through their daily lives to manifest like financial abundance, but is now like, okay, now I want you to look in the mirror and look at yourself and look at your body and like love yourself because you can't receive all of this abundance if you don't accept yourself, and is just going like on and is like trying to sort of like weave this thread through. But while it's being watched, I can tell that like this man is really acting, and like I don't know if he totally believes this. I think he's like making it seem like he does, but I don't know that he actually buys into the words because of how dead his eyes look. And how there's like a glossed over look despite all the facial expressions and despite the like more now he's moved into like sentimental like heartfelt movements and is like reaching for his heart and is like hugging himself on camera and all these things to like make it more soft. I don't believe it, but his messaging is around like loving and accepting your body and who you are and what you have, so that you can receive more, because the world's not going to give it to you if you don't love yourself, kind of bullshit.
David begins to go through this process, and as he does, he brings this handheld mirror, ornate, neon green, up to his face level, the smile still plastered on his face. But the moment he begins to recite the affirmations to himself, he turns to face the mirror, and you see his face twitch, almost like looking at himself brought fear into his heart. Nonetheless, he recites blankly, calmly, trying his best to muster that self love through his stony, glazed over eyes. Lina, as he goes back and forth between looking at himself in the mirror and looking at the camera, something keeps leaking or crawling out of David's facial orifices, mouth, nostrils, out of his tear ducts, out of his ears. And it always takes him a few moments to realize that it's happening. What is it? And what does David do whenever he finally notices?
I think David has, like, you see some thin, stringy movement coming out of the corners of his eyes and his nose. And if you look closely at it, you realize that these are insect legs, spider legs coming out from deep, deep underground, as if he's a dead body that was buried. And it's like they're kind of trying to come out of his face and his ears, and you see these legs. And when one spider actually wiggles itself out of the corner of his eye, he simply just wipes it away and throws it off like it's nothing, like it was simply just some sweat, like he it's nothing, like he's used to it. But there's like a slight look of, oh god, not this again, in his eyes when it happens, being like, oh, and then acting like it was never there.
As David Tilbert is speaking to the camera, and these spider legs emerge wickedly out of the corners of his tear ducts, trying their best to crawl out, he pushes them back in whenever he can feel the bulge right underneath his skin. Each time he looks back and forth between the mirror, the salt and pepper gives way to salt and wisp, and his hairline recedes, and his skin gets to be more sullen and sunken across a more skeletal face. And as it begins to get deeper and more shrunken, all of the spiders underneath his face become much more present, crawling underneath, over his face and down his scalp. You can see tiny bulges of movement around his arteries. The watch that was gaudy to begin with now hangs low near his elbow as his muscles atrophy. As the show ends, he puts the mirror down. And as he does, you catch a glimpse of the mirror, and you don't see the reflection, but of a healthy, younger David, the David from the beginning of the tape, stuck somehow in the mirror. He puts it down. David thinks the camera is off, but it's actually still recording. He gets up from the seat and walks off of frame, but he can still be heard. And he's angry. He's chastising someone or something off screen. A brittle, angry voice shouting. What is he saying, Santi? And to whom or to what is he saying it?
I think he is probably shouting at at a PA or something, or a producer, um, telling them like they should have told him to cut. They should have told him to take a break from filming. They should have put more makeup on him. That they should have done all these things, and it slowly just gets even more ridiculous as he lists more things that don't even make sense, that would be like out of their control to even do. Yeah.
He begins by saying, "Why didn't you tell me that they were coming out of my eyes?" But then it gets to be more strange. "Why do they hurt every time? It's been happening so long and it hurts every time. Why couldn't you keep me young? Why are my bones? Why? Get me more!" Just begins to crackle and fade out as he shouts more and more outlandish requests for less painful spiders, younger bones, better mirror. And then the tape cuts, leaving the four of you in the dark.
What was that thing about the mirror?
It was the
Him
younger
wanting a
self?
better mirror?
Was it his younger self in the mirror? Or
Yeah, it was just like an image of like him at the beginning of the video
Right.
before all of the spiders and all of that stuff.
gotcha.
But did he say he wanted a better mirror?
Oh, I didn't catch that part.
No? Okay.
I don't
Maybe I'm
know.
tripping.
No, he
Perhaps
definitely
he
said
did.
that. He said he wanted a better mirror. Right
Did he?
before he said, yeah.
Okay.
Oh no!
Give
Okay.
him younger.
A better mirror. Y'all, this
Casey,
is
didn't-
interesting.
Well, we
Casey,
have a
did you say you
broken.
found the
We've got a
mirror?
broken mirror where it shouldn't be.
Did you look in the mirror?
Casey?
No.
I just
think
thought that it
backed
was broken.
and then I turned around. Well, so I guess I did look into it
Did you see
because I
anything?
saw that it was broken.
But you didn't notice anything off about it other than it was broken.
I mean, this strange little boy.
Right.
Strange
Did he
little
come out of
boy
the
in mirror.
closet? Or
The four of you understand that it's getting quite late, and a wicked chill begins to fill the house on Escondido Street. You get this sense that it's time to go, and one by one, you begin to get up and exit the house, leaving Casey as the last one trailing. And Casey,
Great.
as you try to close the door behind you, you see a small head poking ever so slightly around the corner across this dark living room. Eyes wide and unblinking, opaque, cloudy, and blue. The little boy comes around just a little bit further, and you are frozen in place. You see in his hand a small plushie of a turtle. He looks up at you, disappears, and the door shuts you out of the house. Who's driving home?
Not I. Santi, you drive.
All right, sure, I'll drive.
The four of you
You
pile
got your keys?
in Casey's hot rod, and you hit the highway headed back home to Rodenbecker Street. And Santi, you are tired. It has been a long, exhausting day, but as you drive over the highway, off in the distance, it's midnight, and maybe you hallucinated it, but you swear that you saw rhythmic, vibrant neon lights pulsing and circulating in some sort of pattern right over the horizon off in the desert. You shake your head. You get on your exit. And before you know it, the four of you are back home in bed, asleep. It is dawn now in Deep Lake, New Mexico. Good morning, everybody. We're going to take this moment to see if any of you answered any dawn questions. If you did, you can check those off. You should know what your dawn questions are in the spreadsheet. And
What's new, Scooby-Doo? We're coming after you.
for each question that you can say yes to for yesterday. So, for example, a question could be, did you cut loose for once? Or did you go out of your way to reconnect with Deep Lake? Did you resolve a
we
mystery?
did. Yeah, we did. We went to the freaking Circle K.
Well, each person,
We went on
each person
I call it.
has different questions. Each person has different questions, so it's up to you. But if you are unsure, you can bring it up and we can discuss it out loud. But for every no, everybody has different questions.
Oh.
Every question that you can say yes to, you'll mark a box on the XP track, and whenever you mark all of them, you get to level up, and that comes with a whole host of rewards.
I need to start checking off these.
Let's see, Santi.
I did not.
I think you were vulnerable with people. Do you not think Santi was vulnerable?
But that story about your childhood.
Oh.
It was an internal
certainly-
monologue. It was
Yeah,
technically
yeah.
internal.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was like me.
Yeah.
I don't
Lol.
think I don't think I actually talked to anyone that I was vulnerable with or shared a good memory with.
But you did have that moment with Casey in the car. Did you ever get points for that?
Oh, I did not.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's say you get a point for that. So let's see, Casey. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, 2 points for you. That works.
2
Penny,
points.
did you cut loose for once?
I don't think so. I don't think I
you
have
did
any
either.
points.
No, but
Damn, I really gotta step it up.
It feels you were
Not
vulnerable
really.
with Lina when Lina was having an anxiety attack.
Was
That's
I,
true.
or was I just being soft with Lena?
What is the difference between
was that-
softness and vulnerability? I would say 1 point. I would say 1 point.
Okay. I feel like Lena was fun.
And
Okay, I'll take the point.
Lina,
0 for me.
0
Lina
points.
has
No,
not
but
cut
you-
loose.
that's kind of you went. Did you go out
No,
of your
but
way
you
to-
were vulnerable.
But
You
that's
That was
not
one
a
of my
with me when you were
questions.
talking about your sis.
That's not one of Lina's
Oh.
questions. Did you reconnect with Deep Lake at all? I mean, you did talk to the landscaper, Chuck. That's
I did
something.
talk to the landscaper and the HOA lady.
You did handle those conversations. I
He
would
was
say
learning
that's
it
a
up.
point.
Yeah.
I would
Okay.
say it's a point.
Justice for Lena.
Here's an opportunity to pick new questions if you want for this upcoming day. Because every morning you can pick new questions. God bless you.
Thank you, sorry.
How do I add a question?
We just select another.
Can I deliver a chilling?
What if Casey's always loose?
That's what I asked last session.
That's
I'm
fair.
This is hard.
Then what is it? You can choose a different question, or what does it mean for your character to cut loose? You know,
Oh.
loose from your own
Interesting.
patterns, maybe. You know.
Okay.
All right. It's the morning. No one owes any keys, I don't think. So no one owes any memories. The four of you are back at the house on Rodenbecker Street. Who's turned the most keys so far, out of curiosity? Oh, Santi. Santi has turned 2
I think
keys.
just Santi, yeah.
It's me.
The first question on the Key of Desolation will not hurt you, by the way. It just unlocks a new dawn question. To receive a signal from the other side means that we're going to, at some point in the day, something from the most recent Odyssey tape you watched will happen. There will be like little symbols that connect those worlds. So, for example, if in an Odyssey tape a character is riding a red bike, as you guys are walking through Deep Lake, you might say Santi sees a rusted red bike in the junkyard, and that would be a signal from the other side. And it also works vice versa. So let's say you guys had ordered pizza on an evening before watching a tape. As we narrate the tape, it gives you an opportunity to say, there's a pizza box in the background, and that would successfully check off that box. You receive a signal from the other side. Mechanically, that just starts to push these two worlds more and more together, and it becomes hard to differentiate between what is real versus what is this weird world of Deep Lake.
Real.
Yeah, what's up?
So the question then for like the first part, that means that we're narrating that, right?
Yeah, so just like any other question, it is up to you to
Okay.
pursue that in roleplay, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Now, there is a clue that you guys have to determine from the tape. Do you want to talk about that over breakfast?
Yes.
Yes.
The four of you, groggy, sipping coffee, in the kitchen, begin to talk about what you saw last night.
I'm never gonna look at spiders the same. And I
Never
like
liked
spiders.
them anyways.
I'm still in shock about it all.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. That was an old guy who just got bone dry.
uh,
Bone dry.
it reminded me of that movie that came out, The Mummy. You guys ever seen that movie?
Love that
That's-
movie.
It's a great
Also
movie.
thinking like
It's a
very
movie.
Jeepers Creepers. I mean, it was so creepy.
Was definitely giving like a zombie that is sort of come back and is just
Yeah.
hiding, like a wolf in sheep's clothes kind of thing.
Yeah, some R.L. Stein.
It's
He-
it's do you think the mirror is what was like controlling him, like a portrait of Dorian Gray type of thing?
It was
Oh.
creepy because he saw like the version of himself that we first saw in that mirror, and then he was not that. So that was some fucking magical mirror.
I guess it's like a reverse portrait.
Yeah, I was gonna say opposite because he was getting worse, but the mirror was staying the same. And the mirror was capturing like a youthful version of him. And didn't you say, Casey, that the mirror that you found was in Elliot's room?
Yeah, and it was broken and shattered into
broken.
pieces.
So do we think that that has anything to do with each other?
So if you guys said you saw Elliot in there, then some essence of him is probably trapped in the house, similar to the way that guy's essence was trapped in the mirror.
That's crazy talk.
I think we should go back to the house.
I mean, we're seeing ghosts. What?
I don't know, man.
It seems crazy at this point.
Do you think there's any information about David Silbert anywhere? I wonder if we look for like...
A library.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was thinking that we hit up the library for old newspapers or something like that about David
Maybe-
Silbert.
Me and Penny can go check the
We
house
can-
out while you guys go do that, and we'll
We
rejoin.
can split up.
Sure.
Okay. I'm comfortable with going to the library.
Well, you are a librarian.
Yeah.
Maybe they can put you into the restricted area.
I'm one of you guys. Don't worry. I have my library badge.
Do you want to define a clue that has even anything remotely to do with the Odyssey tape that you saw?
I think a good clue that we might be hanging on to is David asking for a better mirror.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know. That stuck with me. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
that
no, I
was the
think it's
one.
good.
And the flashy watchy thing. I don't know if that was
Yeah,
anything.
the watch also. But maybe the mirror in that because it's more consistent with the mirror at the house.
So it's a handheld mirror is in the Odyssey tape is what we want to name as the clue.
Yes.
Yes.
Hand there. Was it a handheld mirror? I thought it was like a full body.
No, he was
In the
holding one.
tape, it was a handheld.
There was a full
I
body in the
see.
closet. Yeah,
Oh, full body in the closet. Got it.
there was a full body in the closet.
Yeah, there was.
There was. It was Elliot's.
Spooky.
Okay, so we have 4 clues so far for one of the 3 mysteries, the questions that we have available. How do we lure the little boy, Elliot Rappaport? That's question 1. We don't have any clues there. You can also switch clues over. So if you'd rather pull those clues to a different question, you can. The other question is what happened to the Rappaports, and the third question is what happened to TV Odyssey. That said, Lina, you're dragging Santi on an adventure across Deep Lake today. Where do you want to go?
I'm super excited. We get to go to the library today. It's safe. Nothing bad can happen at the library. Right?
Speak for yourself.
And I'm really excited to get in my element, and I'm telling Santi about all the exciting things that I'm gonna try to look at for. And be like, they have phone books and newspapers, and we can look at their archives and see. I'm just so excited. There's so many things to look at.
I mean, should we, take a tactical approach to this and kind of limit what we look at first? We should go with should we look at like newspaper archives around of the time that TV Odyssey burned down?
Yeah, we'll definitely have to talk to the librarian there. But luckily for us, I'm pretty sure it's the same librarian from when I used to come here all the time during the summer, so she knows me.
Oh, I hope not. She sucked.
I have.
All right. Penny and Casey, what is your plan for today?
We're gonna go back to the house. We're gonna go look at that damn mirror and see what's up. And then I'm gonna try to show Penny the little boy that I saw to confirm my suspicions.
And I will say that I also saw that little boy. Did I say that yet?
Oh, you
I don't
guys haven't
remember if I
talked
did.
about that. No, you haven't shared that.
No,
Okay,
we
so we'll
haven't.
talk.
Oh, so
We'll
I
talk
didn't.
about
They don't know about Chuck coming up to me then.
Oh,
No.
we don't.
Oh, before we break, let me update that for you guys. Did any of us tell each other what we saw? Do we know that Santi and Casey almost died?
Well, that was kind of like
Yeah.
a different timeline that Santi
timeline.
kind
Oh,
of
yeah,
felt.
yeah.
Santi, did you take a
Yeah.
condition after that? You did, didn't you?
Yeah, I
Took
took the
paranoid,
paranoid.
right? So you definitely felt something strange. But
Yeah.
breakfast would have been a good time to share all of that. We can retcon it and say
Okay, cool.
over breakfast everybody shared everything.
Okay.
Well, and
but
also everybody knew about me and Santi, right?
Yes.
About you guys
And how we saw
getting
the little
murdered.
boy.
Yeah, because
No,
he just
no.
had a bad feeling.
Seeing the little
He did
boy.
The little boy.
Seeing the little boy, yes.
Yeah, you told people that
Right?
you saw a little boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I sure did.
Did anybody want to respond to that or say anything about that?
Well,
Pretending we're
then my
still at
response would
breakfast.
be like, okay, my response at that point is that I also saw what I assume was the same little boy.
Really?
Yeah.
But I
Where did you
saw
see?
from the outside, I was in the yard, and then I suddenly saw this like fuzzy image, like silhouette of what appeared to be a young boy, um, through the mirror, like sort of like, or sorry, not through the mirror, through the window, walking in the bedroom.
Ugh,
And that
creepy. Did
was
he have
right
opaque
before you came
eyes that
in.
were bugging out?
I couldn't see.
Uh, I mean, it sounds like
Glenn.
whatever Elliot is doing, it's inside the house. So
And it might
if you
be just
guys,
isolated to the room.
yeah, if you guys want to track his movements in there, maybe I don't know. Aren't ghosts? I don't know, Lena. You might correct me on this. Aren't ghosts like if they're tied to a place, it usually means their body is there.
Ugh.
Yes, I know about ghosts. Yes,
I think I saw that in a movie once.
yes, you are correct. What I was gonna say is that didn't you say, Casey, that Elliot was holding a turtle doll?
Yeah, before we left, I was stopped from going out completely, and I had turned around and there was that little boy again, and he was holding this like plush turtle.
Maybe you guys should look for that in the house.
Yeah.
See if we could use that.
I think we should also, because Santi saw that number in the bathroom, and it's the same number as the padlock code. I think maybe we should take the keys with us to the house and see if there's anywhere that those keys fit or if that number appears somewhere else. Because
This is
that
crazy.
has to be connected to the tapes in some kind of way.
And isn't the
Um,
tape left by Lina's stalker? How is this making any
I
sense?
don't know.
Should we get a corkboard and just like start hitting this on the thing?
I brought yarn. I'm ready.
All right.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Sounds like we got
Bye.
somewhat of a plan.
As we embark on our days today, remember, each of you has 4 things in your corner of the house. Lina has done a great job, and so has Santi, of putting their corner of the house items. Penny and Casey, you can have 4 things in your corner of the house. We did that during our first session. Just remember that you can theoretically use them. You theoretically always have them on your person. You can use them to roll at advantage on any checks for the coming days. But once you use them once, they are done. You technically still have them, but you can only use the advantage once.
And these are the 4 that we gave each other
Correct.
or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Where did we put that down? Did we write that down
I
anywhere?
don't think we did, but
Crazy town.
we can do that maybe in between sessions for later.
I want to know what I have.
Okay, everybody,
What did you
knowing who Casey is, let's assign what we think Casey brought to the house on Rodenbecker Street. Quickly,
I
Santi.
think I actually remember.
Oh,
I think
really?
I remember exactly what she had. Signed music poster from her favorite artist. Switchblade from Lina, and Lina gave her the conditioner, or like the all-in-one like body
On
wash
bar
conditioner.
soap. There we go. Yeah.
And Penny
Thanks.
said Switchblade.
I said Switchblade, yeah.
So, like 7 in
Good
1.
memory.
Yeah, that was great.
That was
7 in 1
incredible.
soap. That was really impressive. 7 in 1 body soap, conditioner, aftershave, toothpaste, signed music poster, Switchblade, and then
Switchblade.
Amy, you can add one of your own.
Okay.
Lina and Santi, you head over to the Deep Lake Public Library. which, as you can imagine, is a fairly humble building on the main street in downtown Deep Lake. Um, Dusty, old, but charming in its own sense. Couldn't be more than a few hundred books in this two-story with a basement type of situation. As you walk in, this lovely old lady sits behind the counter with those very classic half-moon glasses on the bridge of her nose, and then the lanyard that kind of goes from the glasses over around her neck. She's knitting behind the counter, bright blue yarn, kind of sweetly, softly humming to herself as you walk in.
Do your thing.
Mrs. Garcia, how are you? Do you remember me?
Queena, is that you?
Lina
Oh.
Valentina, do you remember me?
Bina Scuba-Dina. It's so nice to see you here again.
Yes, yeah, it's so good to see you. It's been so long. How are things? How are the grandkids?
Oh, everything stays the same here in Deep Lake. What brings you back here?
I am actually doing some research. You know how I used to always come here with Brina to always read my books and things like that. I was thinking the other day that
How is
wow,
your
I really
sister?
miss. Um, she's you know I don't think you were there when it happened, but Brina actually isn't with us anymore.
Oh, well, that's too bad.
Yeah, yeah. It's okay though. But yeah, I'm happy to be back. We're doing research. This is my friend Santi. We're
Garcia.
working.
Nice to
I'm
meet
sure
you.
you remember Santi.
I tend to only remember the children that I liked, so you must have been a handful when you were younger, huh?
Yeah. I mean, you did yell at me and my friends for skateboarding in front of the library,
Well,
so
you know the rules. She points at a sign behind her that says no skateboarding. And there's actually a photo of Santi as a child, like printed on the bottom there.
You, Santi. But yeah, we're here doing some research. I run a blog of some sort, so I just wanted
A
to.
frog? Is that what you said?
Yeah, blog actually. It's online. Have you used? No, no, that's
Oh,
okay. Yeah,
I don't mess with
yeah,
any of that. My grandchildren love it though. They're always talking
yeah,
about their MySpace and their
yeah,
all sorts of what's-its.
yeah.
Their Bebos.
I love the Bebos. Yeah. So yeah, we were hoping to do some research. Do you have any of the newspapers that were released around the 90s, about 10 years ago?
Oh, sure. We've got all of that stuff. We've got them on, I always forget the little name, but they're on little slides, and you put them in the machine. It's fancy, too fancy for me, but they go back decades. I think all the way back to the 81, 82 must be. All that stuff is in the basement.
Awesome. Can we take a look at those?
Of course, of course. Queena, it is so nice to have you back here in the library.
I'm so glad to be here. I really, really love the library.
It was
I'm glad to be here too.
Santi,
Well, you
please.
know where the basement is, right?
Yep, of course I do. Thank you so much, Mrs. Garcia.
Tell your sister I said hello, okay? And she gets back to crocheting.
Lena has like a very like chilled look on her, like she was just getting like brought back to something and she like has a lump forming in her throat. She goes, "Okay, yeah." And then I just go, "Come on, to the basement. Come on, Santi." And I just act like that didn't happen at all.
Has Lina ever talked about her sister before?
Not to not to you.
The
I don't
penny.
think. Oh, the penny?
Yeah,
Yeah, she talked to me.
Hmm.
Not
That's weird.
fully, but mentioned that. Yeah.
The two of you.
As we're,
Go ahead, Santi.
I was gonna say, just as we're going to the basement, I was gonna ask, like, Lina, you never mentioned your sister before.
Ah, Sabrina. Yeah, she's my twin. Um, and she's not here anymore. All right, so let's just go downstairs. Um, Need to do some research really quick, but yeah. And I just like rush downstairs and just assume Santi's following me.
Santi will follow, but a little bit of distance, as if to gesture. I'll give her space from having to think about her sister.
Casey and Penny, the two of you are standing on Escondido Street, getting, at this point, quite a finger wagging. It has been maybe 6 or 7 minutes straight of Patience Head essentially saying, I thought I told you that I didn't want to see you back here again, and here you are. And I have a feeling you didn't leave when I told you to leave yesterday, because why did Chuck, our landscaper, tell me that he saw your little friend go into the house yesterday, and I heard a car turn on quite late. Now I know the Ramirez's and the Lonzones get home at 6 and they don't leave after. So whose car was leaving at midnight last night? I have a hunch. Do you guys want to tell me what you're up to and why you're back here today?
Listen, lady.
Lady!
These woman. If you don't want any of these housing developments to be absolutely trashed by tonight, we promise and guarantee you that we are doing nothing but trying to solve this mystery of what happened to TV Odyssey, to the public access show. And we found this tape. And if I told you more, you'd just think that we're crazy. I promise you that house is not okay. It is crazy. I saw a little boy ghost carrying a turtle. And now we're going to go back because there was a broken mirror. And the guy in the video who turned into spiders said that he wanted a better mirror. So we're going to go fix that mirror and hope that we can bring back the family that disappeared.
As
Okay.
Casey's doing this, I'm just like slowly like backing away towards the house to be like, I'm gonna get a head start.
Go ahead and give me a presence check.
Okay.
That's 2d6
I have
was
great
awesome.
presents.
plus 2.
Okay.
To see if
Lady!
you successfully intimidate. Are you trying to intimidate her? Is that what you're... That sounded like a threat. Was it a threat?
But in a very nonchalant way.
A nonchalant threat. Okay.
Some little ASMR. Oh shit, I lost it. There it goes. So 2 plus 2 plus, is it my 2? Are you already counting that too?
No, you add it. So you tell us what your final score is.
6.
That...
No!
Actually, so I'm sorry. What I should have asked you before is, what are you worried will happen if you fail?
Yo, you better not say anything terrible.
That
Patience kills you.
turns me into spiders. No, I fear that she'll just kick us out.
Fuck, man.
So, you failed. That will happen. Patience Head will cook you out. Now, you can mark check a key, or turn a key, in order to bring that up to a 7+, which is like a complicated success.
Nah. Let her kick us out. I got some ways. Let's be devious about this. I'm a deviant.
All right.
We can get around it.
So, Patience Head looks at you, and she's almost fuming in the desert heat. And she looks at you, and she says, well, you left me no choice. I'm calling the sheriff. And she begins to beeline back towards her house to, assumedly, call the sheriff. You reckon it's a small town? There's probably not a lot going on. I think you probably have less than 10 minutes before the sheriff arrives. What would you like to do?
Okay, I go to Patience. I'm like, okay, Patience, we're gonna leave.
Patience is
but
in
I
the house.
promise-
She's inside. She's calling the sheriff.
God damn it, Patience!
What the
Ah!
fuck?
Penny.
Okay, Casey.
Listen, cop has never stopped me before, so we'll talk to the sheriff. We'll play good girls, and then we'll loop around.
Do
We'll
you
come up
want
with a
to?
plan.
Okay, what if we also just left, lingered somewhere nearby, and then just like snuck back after a little bit of time? Or do you want to
Okay.
be here when the sheriff comes?
I mean, listen, I think here's the thing. If we run away from the cops now, that's just gonna put a target on our backs for future. You know what I mean?
True. What if we just
So-
like went to go hang out? No, maybe Debbie won't want us. I was gonna say we can maybe go to Debbie's house, but we're not friends with her totally yet. So, but we could become friends.
So what if we use Debbie
What if we say we're
as
visiting Debbie?
right as an alias? We can
Yes.
get her in some shit too.
Okay. Okay, so we're visiting Debbie. We're paying Debbie a wellness check.
And Debbie left something in that house. It was a turtle
Oh.
plushie.
Right. And we're old friends of Elliot's, and she was like, "Look, I've actually really been missing these kids.
Yeah,
Would you mind
totally.
accompanying me to go get this plushie?" So
Not
we're just here.
accompanying me because she
No,
can't step out of the house, so she sent us to go.
Okay, but
And then we
what
got
if
in
they
trouble.
what if they go knock on Debbie's door? No.
You see a cop car come down Escondido Street, pull off to the side. The door swings open. And you see this tall, sort of pot-bellied sheriff in like the classic sheriff outfit with the big aviators on. Kind of grabs his belt and brings it up as he steps out. He kind of ambles on over to you in no hurry. In fact, it would almost be comical how long he takes to get to you. And he's 5 feet away from you, and you can smell Old Spice deodorant, and Big Red gum.
Penny, I belt under cops. I belt. I can't deal with the pressure. You got this, right?
I got it. I can do it. Okay. Okay.
Bill Hanscom, sheriff. We'll cut back to the library.
Oh my god.
Lina, you go down the steps and you can feel Santi's hesitation. He almost stops midway going down the stairs, after sort of very quickly dismissing out of hand the request to get more information about your past. But you're on a mission. You go down the stairs, the carpet becomes more mildewy as you get into the subterranean level, into the basement proper. There's no natural light here, and the basement is one big room with a long hallway that goes off the far end, assumedly, if your memory serves you correctly, to the room with the microfiche, which is what it's called. I think the little they're almost like viewfinders, but you put them in projectors and you can read decades worth of newspapers. Yeah, the little slides, exactly. You begin to amble your way across, but something feels decayed here. Something about no light touching this part of this building feels decayed. What is it?
I think the carpets on the ground, you see them lifting and fraying on the edges, and you feel just a very, very sharp coldness that you shouldn't be feeling inside, despite it being the basement. And a thin layer of dust just floating in the air, almost like breathing in this dirt and all of that.
Gross.
You asked me a question.
What are the two of you looking for?
Lena's very focused. I'm very focused on this task at hand, especially because hearing about my sister made me even more focused on this task. And I don't want to answer Santi's questions, and I don't want to think about it. So I go straight to where I remember this being, this piece of technology, and not even thinking how weird it feels in here, and not even thinking like with the usual hesitation, like, this is a really scary situation. I'm so clouded by this. I don't want to think about other things that I'm going in straight for the end of the hallway.
Santi, you follow Lina's much more hurried pace. You go across this main room, not a soul in sight other than you and Lina. Down this hallway, now cinder block walls, no wallpaper. You continue to go on down this long hallway. Something about this basement and this hallway and the energy of this place creeps you out so much, and you're confused why Lina isn't stopping and acknowledging it. But nonetheless, you arrive to the door, old wooden warped door. You open it, and there it is. This wall filled with these folders of all of these slides, and the machine, old, antiquated, a machine from that age that is ready to project onto the wall whatever it is you put inside of it. It's a fairly small room, no windows, but looks like the machine is in order. What do you guys want to do?
Do we know like when TV Odyssey burned down?
About 94, 95.
Okay, so we should start with looking at newspapers around that time period, but also a little bit before we think that TV Odyssey burned down, just to see if there was any notable people. David Tilbert, I'm sure, probably showed up in the newspaper at some point. I think that would be a good
Yeah.
information to have.
No, I think that's a good thing to look for. And did Casey ever tell us when Elliot disappeared too?
Yeah, gave you the exact year. Must have been when all of you. Casey's a bit younger than you, maybe about like 6 years younger than you, 6, 7 years younger than you. So he must have disappeared probably late 90s, maybe 98, 99.
You look for the TV Odyssey stuff, and I'll look at to the Elliot disappearance to see if there's any news on that.
Awesome. So I know exactly where I'm looking, and I'm going to grab the newspapers that I need and start trying to find clues about anything regarding specifically David Tilbert. I'm running off of that name since there's not a lot of information about TV Odyssey itself, that it just burned down. So I'll be looking for things about him.
There is one machine, and then that row of these slides, and then there's another machine, and then another row of slides, and another machine, and a row of slides. So you kind of spread onto opposite sides of this room and begin to pull slides down, slide them in, check it out. Santi, go ahead and give me a meddling check.
And I don't add anything to that, right?
Not unless. Sorry. Yeah, need to go ahead and give me reason.
So, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. That is 10.
A 10. That is, I think, just a clean success. Okay. We'll get back to you in a second. We'll go back to our cop cornered latchkeys over here on Escondido Street. Well, I guess I would have been in high school when you lived here. Oh, man, those were some good times. Let me tell you, football, Friday nights, house parties on Saturday. You don't throw parties like we did. Mm-mm. All right, and church on Sundays, of course. Of course, still go to church every Sunday. Y'all go to church?
Of course. Every Sunday.
What about you?
Casey also goes to church, right, Casey?
I think Casey can answer for herself. Ain't that right, Casey?
Casey. Casey, don't make this harder for us.
You need your Skittles.
Sheriff takes a step forward. It's now like 4 feet away from you. Like, not uncomfortably
What's his name again?
close. He hasn't said his name. Oh, sorry, he did. He did. Bill Hanscom.
did.
He did. Bill Hanscom.
Hanscom.
That's right. You know, I don't believe it when people tell you that you can taste the different flavors of Skittles. I just don't think that's how Skittles work. You know what I think? I think all Skittles are the same.
Actually, I only like the red ones.
Hmm.
They taste the best.
I'll tell you what. Hand that bag of Skittles over. I'll give you one. You close your eyes. And if you can tell me successfully if it's red or not, I'll let you go.
Sir, with all due respect, A, I don't know why you have us in the first place. Secondly, you're not putting your hands anywhere near my mouth.
I'm not going to feed you Skittles. That would be weird and inappropriate. I was going to put the Skittle in your hand.
Thank God.
So you do go to church.
Penny, we were actually here on a mission, right?
Right. Yes. But Sheriff didn't actually ask us why we're here.
Oh, I don't need to know.
Did he?
I know Patience. We've known each other for years.
Yeah.
Lovely lady.
Lovely.
HOA
Super lovely.
for
She's
longer
taking
than you've been alive.
truly, and she's taking good care of this neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know if Patience told you, but we're friends of Elliot's, the late Elliot, of course. And we have recently been back in town and visiting with his aunt, Debbie.
Debbie.
What's her name?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And we've just been spending time with her, and, you know, she misses her family and she misses the kiddos. So we've been wanting to just accompany her in that, in like thinking of fond memories together. And she's missing Elliot's little green turtle that he used to have and used to play with. I don't know, maybe you remember if you ever hung around the Rappaports when you were in high school. But
Look.
maybe not. I don't know.
I gave you an offer. Hand over that bag of Skittles.
I just downed them. Oh.
Do you have any more?
I mean, maybe next time, you know? I always have some sort of candy on me, so.
Skittles are my favorite candy. I was just going to take them from you. Look, I don't know what you're up to. Just
Don't have Patience call me again. I know how she is. We got other things to do. You know? The boys and I, we were going to go watch the game today, and I had to leave early to come check out what was happening over here. If you're going to be going around on Escondido Street, just, I don't know, don't cause any trouble. If I have to come back, well, Patience won't like that, and so neither will I. Do you understand?
Understood, sir. And you know what, Deputy Sheriff, sir?
Not a deputy. I'm the sheriff.
Sorry, one of them. And if you ever want to stop by the place where we got for for all of us to hang out, I'm sure I'll have some Skittles there for you if you'd ever like to come visit.
If you're having any trouble, give me a call. Hands you a card. Walks away. Ambles over to his sheriff's car. Woo-woo! Takes the Yuri and heads out of the neighborhood.
Oh, thank God.
What happened to I don't talk to cops?
Bro, he wanted my Skittles. He smelled me. Smelled the fear. It's too much.
All right, let's just get the fuck out of here and get in the house.
Okay.
The two of you walk back into the living room, and it is exactly the way that you left it. The VCR clock still says 12. The table is still set. What do you want to do?
Let's go to
The room?
let's go to the room real quick. I want to see if you can see what I saw.
Okay, and then I think it would be cool if we went outside, and then maybe you can see what I saw.
Whoa, what if I went outside and you went into the room and we could see what each other saw at the same time?
Okay, but what if that little boy comes at me? The way that he came at you.
What's the worst that could happen?
I don't know. What
do you think ghosts can hurt you?
Let's also say that for the question, how to lure Elliot, one clue was the turtle plushie. So you have one clue for that question.
Cool. I would like to look for that dang turtle.
All right.
Okay. All right. Should we switch places?
I think we should.
Okay, and if what do
just
we
holler.
do if something
We'll
goes
say
wrong?
something.
Okay.
Yeah, just yell onomatopoeia, and then I'll be there.
Word. I think that might be too long, but we'll do it.
You can also just yell too. That's okay.
All right.
Okay. You see Casey walk out the outside of the door into the backyard. Not too far from where you were when you saw the ghost of Elliot. You struggle to stay calm as the house gets quiet. And you're breathing, and you shut your eyes, breathe in, and you open them, and you look out the window to see Casey, and you're immediately comforted. You breathe in, you breathe out. Go ahead and give me a meddling check with sensitivity.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot my dice, so I have to do it on Google. I'm sorry.
Muy mal.
I hate that I know, I'm sorry. Lo siento. 3 and 5, which is 8 plus what did you say? Sensitivity, which is 1. So that's 9. I succeed. Wow.
That's a -1. So that's 7.
Well, it's still a complicated success. So
that is a complicated success indeed.
What up?
You take a deep breath. You close your eyes. A prickle of chill begins to crawl up your arm. You open your eyes and you look towards Casey for comfort. But this time,
I don't see Casey.
You cannot see Casey through the blinds.
I can't see Casey. What the fuck?
You breathe faster now.
Bro.
You hear the closet door beginning to open.
No, I can't hear anymore. Casey! Casey, Casey, and I'm yelling, Casey!
Casey, there's a really interesting bird in a tree on the other property, and you have walked up to it, and it's got these gorgeous red and black feathers,
Wow.
this sort of green underbelly that's almost shimmering in the sun, and you're looking at it, and it begins to open its mouth. Casey! Casey! Casey!
This is crazy.
The closet door opens in the room that you're in.
Fuck. Okay, and I'm like, I have to ground myself. I cannot be scared. But I'm scared as fuck.
The door that was slowly coming ajar violently swings open.
No!
Santi, you slide a microfiche into the reader.
You slut.
Hey.
What keywords are you looking for, Santi?
I am looking, well, for Rodberger? That's her last name, right?
Rappaports.
Oh, Rappaport's. Looking for her last name, Rappaport. I'm looking for disappearance. Looking for anything murder related.
As you go through, what was your you got a 10, right, on your roll?
Yes, sir.
What you find out is he was present maybe about 2 years before his disappearance. You're trying to hit before the disappearance. You see that he worked at a place called Vertex Electronica, which was some sort of digital software development type of situation. They had a grand ribbon cutting opening for the office, and the photo that you see has him. It has the father, Hugh, Elliot's dad, who's sort of like posing very formally in front of the entrance of Vertex Electronica. And he's holding this his arm in kind of a strange way, almost as if to cover something. He's posing, and there's really no reason he should be having his arms kind of stretched out to cover his like lower forearm. But in between his fingers, you see some burning, some scarring of some sort, something almost in the shape of a spiral. The same spiral that, unbeknownst to you, Penny sees glowing around this broken mirror as the door slams open. You are locked into place. Through the mirror, Penny, you see, unbeknownst to you, the shape of Hugh. His back facing away from you. You see blood running down his right arm, his skin bubbling, flesh bubbling as if burning, the thick scent of burning muscle pungent in your nose as you look at the spiraling around this broken mirror, you see the shape of Hugh Rappaport begin to turn, and to look back at you. But right as you're about to make eye contact, the door closes.
Which door?
The door to the closet. The clue is a scorch mark in the shape of a spiral.
Okay. Okay.
Lina, what keywords are you looking for?
Looking for anything about David Silbert, anything about fires, anything about, again, TV Odyssey in general. I'll probably also look up the TV show.
You begin to pull slides one by one, looking in all the places that information about a local television channel should be. One by one, 30 minutes turns into an hour turns into 2. You forget that you're even here with Santi, who's on the other side of this long room, doing his own research, probably sunken into his own place. You are at this point surrounded by this mountain of slides that you typically would do a much better job at organizing. You're being a very bad librarian, but you cannot believe that there is not a shred of evidence anywhere around TV Odyssey. And that's when you hear this low, rich, velvet voice from across the table say, you know, probably not going to be the best place to find information about TV Odyssey. And you look up, and as you scan upwards, you first see this cream-colored suit. You go upwards, see the sun bolo, this wide, almost cowboy cream hat, dark-skinned man, 2 braids on either side going down his back, his shoulders impossibly wide. Kind of looks over at you with a easy smile.
And where would you suggest I look for information about TV Odyssey?
Well, not in the place that's trying to hide it from you, that's for sure.
It's trying to hide it from me. Why is it trying to hide it from me?
Lina. You're a librarian, and a good one. I know it. Don't you think it's funny that no one around here said anything about TV Odyssey, no matter how hard you press?
Why do you know my name?
Oh, well, I gotta keep myself busy somehow, and I've been keeping myself entertained watching you, a lot of brave fools trying to get to the bottom of things around here.
How do you know me? Are you the one putting the tapes, showing me the tapes and sending me the emails?
No. Lina, that's not me, although does seem like you have your plate full with that one, and I do suggest you be careful now with him. However, I've gone by many names in this life. A lot of people call me the big man.
No.
Well, I guess I've not doing a great job of putting myself in this body.
Putting yourself in this body?
Well, we all do. Someday. And then we all get out. Someday.
Who are you and what are you doing here?
Well, I could ask you the very same thing. Hiding in this mountain of slides, knowing that you're not going to find what you're looking for here. And you know that. Now, I'll leave you to it. But I'll be seeing you real soon, I'm sure.
Until our paths cross again. He pushes himself away from the table, begins to walk away, and very offhandedly, sort of over his shoulder almost, says, "And I'll tell Sabrina you said hello." And you kind of shake your head and look over at him, and then he's gone.
Yo, it's the TV man.
This snaps me out of my daze, and I finally get away from the research and just run to Santi wherever he is to tell him, like, did you see the man that was just in here, Santi?
Hey, well, what? No.
There was a man in here. Did you see the man that was in here, Santi?
No, I was caught up in this slide with a Hugh Rapport in it. You saw a man?
Do you remember the on the do we ever watch, was that something that we watched all together?
It was a tape. Yeah, it was a tape.
That was a tape?
It
Yeah.
wasn't a tape.
It was the TV man.
Yeah,
Wait,
that was an
what?
end
It wasn't?
credit scene.
It was an after credit
Oh.
So we don't know who that is. It's not familiar to us.
scene. Correct. You
Okay.
as
Oh.
players know, but your characters don't.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
There was a man here telling me that this place is trying to hide what happened to TV Odyssey, and he knew my name. He knew what I did, and he knew Sabrina, and I don't know who he is. He called himself the big man.
The big man, like the boss,
I guess.
like the boss of TV Odyssey.
That
Or like-
could be it.
Or like God, boss of life.
I don't know. The boss of
God, otherwise known as the boss of life.
the boss of life.
That's
You go to church.
that's the church that Santi goes to.
I don't know. I don't know who he was specifically. He just referred to himself as the big man. He said he'll say hi to Sabrina, and he knew who I was. And it kind of sounds like he knows who all of us are.
But he only talked to you.
But he only talked to me. But he wasn't my stalker. Well, I guess if he was my stalker, he wouldn't say he was. But I asked him, and he said he wasn't.
Yeah. Okay. But he said that this place is hiding.
This
What?
place is hiding what happened to TV Odyssey, so that whatever we look for, we're not gonna find anything.
They're hiding it. Okay.
All right. Casey, you are hearing this bird scream, this curdled, bloody scream your name, almost in Penny's voice. Go ahead and give me a meddling check with sensitivity.
Sensitivity, let's say 1. And it's just 1d6.
It's 2d6, and you'll subtract 1, I think, unless... Oh, you do have plus 1. Wow, that's great. Everybody has minus 1 on sensitivity.
9. So I have a 9.
A 9? That, I believe, both of you got complicated. I think also, Madeline, you got a complicated success.
Yeah, I got a complicated success, yeah.
The bird screams your name in Penny's voice. Casey! Casey! Almost like a bird whistle, but its throat is bulging as it does so, and it's puffing up, and it's also like falling apart right before your eyes, its bones snapping out of its feathers.
You can see its ribs pointing and jutting out of its body before just sort of collapsing and leaving this strange liquid, bright green, almost sparkling as it comes down the branch, almost like it was connected, an extension of the tree itself. And as you look at the tree, you see dozens of these identical birds, except you realize they were never birds. They're fruit. They're the strange fruit of this tree. And this fruit didn't scream your name. It didn't explode. It just fell off because it was overripe. You shake your head, and then you realize that that Penny is actually screaming your name, and you run back towards.
Could I grab one of the fruits before I haul ass?
You could, but then I'm gonna give a consequence over to Penny.
Yo. Don't be killing me off just for these dang
Wait,
fruits.
Not the
think
fruit.
about this. But it's so quick.
But
I'm
what is the
so
consequence?
fast. Can we, like,
The
a
consequence could
dexterity
be
roll?
that, like, I get hurt or something.
That you get hoarded? Okay,
get
okay, fine.
hoided.
I think
Don't
Casey loves her
hoid
friends
me.
more than fruit. Let's go.
We can get the
I'm
fruit
gonna
after.
run.
I promise.
The two of you
Penny.
got a 6. So the clue is strange fruit, and
Strange fruit. And the
Casey-
scorch mark.
the scorch mark was the other one. Scorch mark in the shape of a spiral. And Casey, you're gonna take the condition soured stomach.
Ooh.
Stomach
Penny,
soured.
the door shuts and the room goes quiet again, and you hit the wall and you just slide down, sort of curling up into yourself. And as you are on this carpeted floor, you are now at eye level with the child's bed, with Elliot's bed. And you see, in the darkness of the space under the bed, the turtle plushie on its side.
And so I go to grab it.
Go ahead and give me a composure check, because you are very shaken up. And take the condition frightened, and we're gonna have you actually no, take the condition fear of being alone, because Casey
Wait.
left you and then something bad happened.
We both decided.
There's a lot of
this.
emotions running through Penny's body right now.
Okay,
Lord.
so then it's fear of being alone is my
And-
condition.
And because you're alone right now, go ahead and in order to reach for the turtle plushie, you're going to have to roll a composure check at disadvantage. So roll 3d6 and pick the lower two numbers.
3d6. Ah, fuck me, man.
Sorry, before you tell everybody what you got, what are you worried will happen?
Oh no.
You see. Okay, hold on, let me think. All right, so Hugh already was spooky. I see the turtle. I'm scared that what I see, aka the turtle, is not actually there. It's not what I actually see.
Okay. And what did you roll?
I rolled terribly. It's the two lowest numbers add up to 2.
The two lowest numbers do add up to 2.
And that's what I got. I got a 1, and a 4.
Okay. You can continue with reaching for this turtle. But if you do with the current roll, you will reach for it, and as you grasp it, feel something cold, wet, and molded and rotted over instead. I won't say what it is, but if you continue with this, you will find out. Or
Do it.
You can turn a key to get a success, or you can not do it at all. You can take it back, which is an option for you during the day phase.
I kind of want it to be the body, so I would.
I know. I kind of want it to be the body too.
Be consequences for you.
Be consequences. Fuck.
Always consequences.
Okay, but if we
Am I
know,
still in?
are you still on your way? God damn it, you taking forever.
Run faster,
long is-
Casey.
Okay. So.
Quick pause. Also, just to let folks know, you have now, what is it? 5 clues.
We have 1, 2.
So the
3,
spiral switch mark. Strange fruit.
4, 5.
No,
Yes, we have 5.
You have 6
No, we have
clues.
6.
You have
We have
6
6
clues, which is enough to answer this question of what happened to the Rappaports. And you have 1 clue for how to lure Elliot to you, so you could also try to answer that. So the complexity for what happened at the Rappaports is 6. You need half that many clues to try to roll to figure out the answer. The more clues you have, the better, obviously. But that's a really good. And you have 1 clue, and the how to lure Elliot complexity is 2. So you could also try to just figure out, you could answer that question as well. Just saying. So it's not necessarily a place you need to take a risk if you didn't want to.
Interesting.
Well, yeah,
If
makes
you
sense.
if you
now.
say
Don't
no,
touch it.
if you say no, Casey will burst through the room and be like, "Penny, are you okay?"
Can be a hero, baby.
Whoa. Okay. If I say no, does that mean I have to turn a key still?
No, you just don't have to do it. Yeah.
Oh, I just don't have to do it. So
Correct.
nothing happens. So there's
You
no.
just-
You could if you
Oh.
wanted to.
There will be
I what?
benefits
If
and
she wanted a better-
consequences. Yeah. If you go through with it, you could turn the key and get the better opportunity. So there are essentially like 3 ways to go right now, right? You can just do it, go through with it, no key turning, and like bad and good things will happen, but mostly bad. You could turn a key and mostly good things will happen, or you could not do anything at all. Just not go through with this.
Kinda doesn't feel high risk enough to turn a key for.
That's up to you.
So
But why you consider that decision, we'll jump back over to Santi and to Lina. Do you want to continue hanging out in the basement, or do you want to move on from your research?
I mean, Lina, you're a librarian. Do you know where they would hide the secret rooms?
Because every library has secret rooms. I kind of want to search around to see if there are more rooms to kind of chase after where the big man went.
Go ahead and give me a meddling check, Lina. And we
Metal.
can say you do it at advantage using the leftover energy and magic of the big man.
Okay, so I roll 2d6?
You're going to roll 3d6 and pick the two highest
3d6,
numbers.
the two highest, okay. And then do I add anything to it?
Yeah, go ahead and give me your reason, because you would probably be reasoning through this.
Okay, that's a 12.
So, when you roll a 12 plus on a meddling move, something really great also happens. We'll get to that in a second. Santi, you and Lina begin to maneuver your way around the library until something catches your eye. And you know that that something is a way to get into a secret room in the Deep Lake Public Library. What is that something, and how do you get the both of you in?
Sorry, so it's like a way to get into a secret room.
Mm-hmm. Something as you're moving through the library.
I think as he's looking at the files in these drawers, he feels like a draft like coming through, and he takes a closer look and he sees there's like a offset from the wall. So he asks Lina to help move these spot
Like the
the
filing
shelves and
cabinets?
stuff. Yeah, and they see a little door with a like one of those door handles that like doesn't like come out. It's like one that like it's like in the wall and like you pull it.
Mm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm.
Yeah.
You squeeze your way through this tiny crevice, and lo and behold, you're in a strangely hidden away room. And one thing is very clear. The room is filled, floor to ceiling, rows and rows of black tapes. But one, in the middle, is in a bright purple clamshell casing. Lina, you see it. You grab it. And you know exactly what it is. You've found another Odyssey tape. Penny, have you decided what you want to do?
Yeah. I don't want bad things to happen. At least not right now. Because it doesn't feel high risk enough. But I'll turn a key just because I haven't turned one yet.
Okay, which key are you going to turn?
Actually, when I what?
You turn the key of the sandstone arch,
Hey.
which is the first key in the Key of Desolation series.
I see.
I thought you had to go through the keys.
No, you can go in any order that you want, but once you start going through Key of Desolation, things get a little crazy. And I think Penny just experienced something kind of crazy, and as a result, something has cracked open in Penny's mind, for better or for worse. Penny, now you have 1 foot in this world, and 1 foot in whatever world lies beyond the mirror here in Deep Lake. I will end there for tonight.
Didn't I just say it? It
What
was
the
like, God damn it. Oh my god. Oh
Oh shit.
Bruh.
no. Y'all, if I go down this list, I'm done. I disappeared just like the Rappaports.
It's true. It's true.
Penny's
That is
ghost.
true.
If anyone goes down the key of desolation route, you're donezo.
Oh shit, yeah.
Uh-oh.
That's the last one.
Yeah.
You don't have to though. You don't have to. But metagaming now. So you have 6 clues. You have a broken mirror in the closet, 3555 scrawled in the bathroom, a room that should be for 2, set for 1, David Tilbert's handheld mirror, scorch marks in the shape of a spiral, and strange fruit as possible clues for
Wait,
the
sorry.
question. Yeah.
What? The strange fruit, spiral scorch mark, broken mirror, small bed, master room, turtle plushie, and then what was the last one?
So if you go to the mysteries tab of our spreadsheet, and you scroll over to Escondido Street, you can see it here.
Whoa. Wait. Oh my lord, that makes it easier. I've been writing down on pieces of paper. Okay. Oh, the 3555. Okay, got it.
Cool.
What are you guys feeling on that? I know that Paxti had kind of gave us our options earlier about what we could possibly do. I would love to find out personally what happened to the
To this
boy.
dang house. Yes.
Yeah.
So then answering the question of what happened to the Rappaports.
Yeah.
Well,
Because the other question is how can we lure Elliot?
but I feel like Elliot would let us know what happened. Unless he's also confused, then that will be kind of crazy.
I mean,
I think go ahead.
if Penny is able to reach into the other side, maybe it'd be easier to lure Elliot.
Damn.
I feel like
she figures
Elliot.
it out on her.
I feel like luring Elliot itself would give us more hints to better understand what happened to the Rappaports as a whole. So I think we should lure Elliot first.
So what you're saying is that we should sacrifice me, Penny, so that we can answer this question of what happened to the Rappaports.
What, you get sacrificed?
Well, odds of me
Probably.
then going down the Key of Desolations and being disappeared seem high.
You don't have
Given-
to. So again, you only need to. You typically only turn a key when you choose to. But I wanted to give you a consequence for what you just experienced for that bad roll. So that's why I pushed you to do that. From now on, when you choose to turn a key, you can still go back to key the child, and I think you still have plenty of those to turn.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
So you're not gonna die per se.
And
We're
that's
not
only if you fail.
sacrificing you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Is
Roll
he-
better. Roll better. I don't know. Roll better.
What am I supposed to do? Just like tell the die to not land on the ones?
That was a
Do
pretty
better.
bad roll. Do better. Once.
All ones. They give me all ones. What am I supposed to do about that?
All right. Latchkey. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Santi. Sorry, Renz.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I mean, as long as you don't fail on those rolls, I feel like we'll be fine. Because I don't know. Assume, yeah, I don't know. I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, there's a lot of odds. You know, there's whether or not you have to roll, whether or not you pass or fail, and there's like so many things. Statistically speaking, I feel like we're okay.
There's a lot of numbers.
I just need to touch a wet, slimy thing.
What?
You wanted me to touch what was under the bed.
I did.
I know, but then, well, I guess I don't know. The consequences would have also been bad. I did want to do that, but then I felt like the way that it was framed, it seemed as though nothing bad would happen if I didn't.
If you're ever not gonna turn a key, like because you fail, something like there's gonna be a consequence always. That's why you turn a key, is to avoid the consequence.
Right.
Yeah. But
That's
in any case, Latchkeys will end here for tonight. We'll see you next week. Maybe we'll get visited by the big man. We got a new Odyssey tape to watch. We will find out what happened to the Rappaports next episode, which is kind of exciting. I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. And maybe we'll catch a little boy ghost. We'll see. Catch us next time on Public Access RPG TV. Until then, see you later.